everybody. Hello, welcome back. I'm Cris the Girl. Today in this video, I figured we'd hang out together and start unpacking some things. So we officially moved everything out of our old house. Everything is here now. So we've been starting to unpack some stuff like the past couple of days. We've made a lot of progress. So part of this video, I wanted to show you some of the progress that we've made here with unpacking and such. The rest of the day, I figured we'd just hang out and just tackle a bunch of random projects, random things. There are definitely some really big projects, you guys, that we have here, some really big decorating projects and unpacking things and stuff. But I think I'm going to save that for a couple of days from now, because you guys, like, this one project in particular is gonna be massive. It might be one of the biggest spooky decorating projects that I've ever done, period. So I'm just like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I'm mentally ready to do this yet. So today we're just gonna focus on little things. We'll just hang out together and see what stuff we can accomplish today. So that's what today is going to be, you guys. Now, before we get into the video here, I just wanted to say a couple of housekeeping things up front. So first of all, if you are a member here on YouTube for my channel, we have our next members only live stream coming up. It's going to be on the 20th of May. That's a Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you all want to be a member, if you are a member, that's when the next one is. We're just going to hang out and chat. We talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. We certainly have a lot of stuff to talk about since, you know, we moved and all of that stuff. So I'm really looking forward to it. We always have a really great time. It's such a great community that we have here. So members only live stream May the 20th. And if you want to sign up to be a member, there is a button down below. You're gonna have to go, you know, if you're watching on TV, you're gonna have to go on your computer or your phone or whatever. But there's a button down below that says join. So if you press that, you won't automatically join. You won't automatically be charged. It'll tell you like all of the terms and conditions and etc. Also, if you go to my YouTube channel, there should be tabs up at the front of the website, and one should say membership, so you can get some more information that way too. So yeah, this is just a special thing that I do for my members of my channel, for the people out there who are able to support me a little bit more. We do live streams every single month, so really looking forward to it. And then the other thing that I wanted to talk about, that I mean, truly, like, so much stuff going on in life, like I forget about a lot of other things, like Dragon Con, for example. If you've never heard of Dragon Con before, it's a gigantic, huge convention dealing with all things nerdy and spooky and just every single kind of subculture that you can think of. It's represented in Dragon Con. It takes place in Atlanta, Georgia, and it's usually on like Labor Day weekend, or I think this year it's like a few days before that. I don't remember the exact dates off the top of my head. But anyways, I say all of this to say I will be at Dragon Con this year. I'm going to be doing a number of panels there as well. So I figured this could be sort of a unofficial kind of meet and greet. So if that's something that you're interested in, you want to chat with me or check in on one of those panels or just have a great time, because honestly, Dragon Con is so much fun. So check it out. I will be there, and it's always a really good time. So Dragon Con, just wanted to I gotta mention that every now and then, you guys. I gotta plug the Dragon Con thing every now and then, remind myself more than anything, to be honest with you. So anyways, that's all that I wanted to say here up front. Long introduction, sorry about it. We're gonna hang out today, we're gonna have a good time, we're gonna make some progress here on this beautiful house, and thank you so much for clicking on the video. I appreciate it. Well, let's get going. So we don't have too much going on the front porch here so far, but we did get, myself and Tampa J, we got a couple of just plastic random tables yesterday when we were out and about. So we have some tables here, some side tables for the front porch. We keep looking at rocking chairs and just lawn chairs in general for the front porch. That'll just be a later purchase, I don't know. But for now, we just have a random folding chair here. I did set up a few plants though. I think I showed this in the moving vlog. So I put one of my plant stands out here, put a couple plants up. They are super happy. They're getting some really good sun. And speaking of that, she's having the best time here. First of all, she gets to hang out with Grandma and Grandpa and Auntie Daisy for most of her time, but also there's just so many spots here where she can lay in the sun, which is like her most favorite thing ever in the world. So I've been keeping the door open for her, putting a puppy gate up to the porch so she can hang out here, lay in the sun, and as you can see, as she stretches, as you can see, she's a happy camper right now. Not much to talk about here in the living room. It's still a gigantic disaster. And guess whose disaster this is, everybody? That's right, it is mine. But this is what I kind of planned, more or less. This is where I requested the spooky stuff to go, was just smack here in the living room. I also got some Summerween boxes over here, so someday we can decorate the mantle for Summerween over here. We're gonna do that I'm hoping to do that really soon, but I just gotta get the living room situated first. So for this massive spooky project, decorating project that I have in mind, there is a huge built-in all the way in the back here of the living room, just off in the corner. It's a gigantic built-in. I could probably put all of the spooky books and the decor and all of that stuff just on that built-in alone, let alone the bookcases that we have. What I want to do is basically create a spooky reading nook. So I want to put the spooky bookcases over in that corner just to make it all one relatively cohesive area of shelving. So we could put all of the books over there, all of the spooky decor, all of the blow molds. And when I say all of it, I kind of mean all of it. I kind of do. Because there is so much space and shelving over there that I feel like I could put a majority of my spooky decor out just in that space. And I kind of really love that idea, to be honest. There's a lot of space for blow molds and even pictures to be hung up. Like, it's gonna be a whole dang thing. Like, the way that I'm envisioning it in my brain, it's gonna be a whole dang thing. And I'm super excited about it because, well, for many reasons, but I'm also envisioning that section of the house to be like the dedicated recording space, like vlog spot. So whenever we sit down and we do talking head videos, or we're looking at Halloween stuff online, or whatever it may be, that's the spot where we do it, because it's just a natural spooky backdrop, and I'm just super excited about it. This is the thing though about this big, gigantic, awesome project though, is that I am saving everything for that one project. So not all of my spooky decor boxes are up here, but a lot of them are. And all of my blow molds and pictures and stuff like that, it's all like right here. So whenever we tackle that project, I can just, I'm not going up and down stairs or searching through the garage or whatever. It's just all right here, ready to be gone through. So I don't know how much of this I'm going to use for that project. I don't know what blow mold specifically I want to use. I really don't know. But so I want all of the options. I want all of the options to be available for me for this massive project. And so the living room looks like this. This is gonna end up being a project that we tackle here very, very soon. I basically can't move forward with any other decorating in this house until that gets figured out. So look out for that in the next few days, guys. We're gonna tackle this very, very soon, but not today. And then we have the kitchen here, which just yesterday was covered in boxes, didn't have a single countertop, not a single countertop to be seen just yesterday. So last night, with the help of Tampa J and also my mom, we put away a majority of the kitchen stuff. So I'll just show you really quick. Not all of it, but like we have bowls and plates. All of the mugs are in here, like all of them. And there's even space to include, Lord help us all, more mugs. Now, this isn't technically every single mug that I own, that we own in here. I have a whole other box of kitchen crap that I actually want to go through, I think today. I think that's one of the first things we might do together here. When we moved into our old house, I didn't put absolutely everything out. I put away some mugs and, again, kitchen stuff and such. So I kind of wanted to switch them out, put some mugs away, take some mugs out that we haven't seen in a while. So I think we'll work on that today. I think that that could be a fun project. Yeah, we've got vases up here, and then we put out some put out the toaster here. It's still like obviously a hodgepodge. It's not all completely put away, but a lot of it was. So we're very excited about that. The kitchen is now actually somewhat usable. And then another really cool thing about this house is we have a whole big pantry, and it even has a light. Where is it? Ta-da! How cool is that? A whole theoretically walk-in pantry. There's a bunch of boxes down here that you can't see. So this is another project that we may do to get together today. I'm not sure. I guess we'll find out later. But now we find ourselves in the guest bathroom / my bathroom. So whenever we don't have guests, which is few and far between, we do have guests, but not very often. This is going to be my space, and where I get ready and brush my teeth and wash my face and take a shower, all of that stuff. And I am, again, like I've said this many times before, I am so excited about it. I'm so happy about it, you guys. I love having my own bathroom space. It's just the best thing in the world. So, and this bathroom is gigantic. It is huge. This is the most amount of bathroom space I think I may have ever had. And if you know me and you know the channel, then you know I have a lot of bathroom stuff. I have a lot of skincare and makeup and lotions and blah, 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 blah. Like, I'm one of those people. Having the extra space is it's just magical. Like, I just don't even know what to say about it. So I'm able to finally use my little bathroom racks that we actually got together here on the channel. In our previous home, when we lived in Florida, I did kind of like a bathroom organization video thing. I got a few things off of Amazon and such, but I wasn't able to use them in our old home because we didn't have we had zero countertop space in all of our bathrooms. Every single bathroom had zero countertop space. So I'm thrilled to finally be able to use this stuff again. So I have all of my skincare up here on this rack. I have some random stuff down here, eye masks, pain medication and stuff. This little basket here is filled with medication, nose sprays, allergy stuff, my vitamins, just things like that. Obviously got the Headless Horseman here. I don't know where Edgar Allan Poe is. We're gonna have to find him. And then this rack here has my hair stuff up at the top, and then down here just some, again, kind of random stuff, a few lotions, deodorant, things like that. Got my face soaps over here, hand soap. I did put down here my Haunted Mansion hand towels. I don't know if this is going to be the Haunted Mansion bathroom 2.0. I don't know anymore. I'm leaning towards it's not. And the only reason for that is because I have invested recently, very recently, in these really, 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 really cute, pink and purple, colorful bath mats and bath towels and such. And they're spooky. So, and they're washing right now. So sorry about it. I was not thinking properly. But if you know me and you know the channel, if you've been watching the videos, you've seen them. It's the pink bath mat with the skeleton that's meditating. I've got the pretty lavender ghosty hand towels and stuff like that. And you guys, I love them. I love them to the point where I don't think I can put them away because they're so cute. They make me so happy, and it makes this bathroom, any bathroom that they're in, just light and airy and happy, but still spooky and kind of girly. And so I'm I don't want to put them away. I don't want to put them away, and they're not going to go with the Haunted Mansions. So I think what's going to end up happening this year is I'm actually going to keep my eyes out for more stuff along those lines. I know it's crazy. Again, if you know me and you know the channel, you watched the videos last year when we did Halloween shopping, I kind of disparaged the pink stuff a lot last year. And a lot of people got angry with me at that. And now here we are. I'm actually going to be kind of on the hunt for pink, purpley, girly, spooky stuff. But whatever. I'm allowed to change my mind. It's fine. But I'm actually, I'm going to be keeping my eyes out for more stuff like that this year. So I'm actually kind of hoping we see more things along those lines this year, so I can add it to my bathroom. Maybe some like actual bath towels, or I don't really know what I'm gonna be looking for, or if I really even need anything, but I'm just gonna be keeping my eyes out for that stuff this year, so I can add to the girly spooky vibe that we have going on in here. So yeah, guys, I don't think it's gonna be a Haunted Mansion bathroom 2.0, but I think what I'm gonna do with the big spooky project, the spooky reading nook area, I think I'm going to make that kind of loosely, not Haunted Mansion themed by any stretch of the imagination. I don't have that much stuff to do something like that. But I have all of those picture frames, all of that stuff that we can hang on the walls and stuff. I'm gonna put those up around in that area. So it can be sort of like Haunted Mansion, like touches of Haunted Mansion in there. So that stuff's gonna be put to use, but I just don't think I'm gonna put it in the bathroom. Now, all of that being said, I did find and pull out the Haunted Mansion curtain, shower curtain. I love this thing. I did not use it in the old house. I had a different spooky shower curtain that I used. The other one put in some good work. Now I'm gonna use the Haunted Mansion one again. And the colors I feel like work out really well with the kind of, again, pinks, purples, stuff like that. It's just a touch of spooky. Again, like if you know, then you know sort of thing. And plus we have our Mickey pumpkin shower curtain holders, which I absolutely love. So a little touch of Disney, a little touch of Haunted Mansion in here. It's just gonna be a hodgepodge of a bathroom. I don't think it's gonna be like a theme in here per se. It's just gonna kind of be all over the place, which is, I mean, really, story of my life. Is anybody surprised? Not really. But I'm kind of thinking just like whimsical, spooky sort of vibes in here. There's obviously a little bit of Haunted Mansion. There's the Headless Horseman who's pooping on the toilet. There's the Golden Retriever toilet brush holder that I showed you guys. And pink skeletons doing yoga. That's the, whatever vibe that is what this bathroom is going to be. Moving on to the guest room slash, again, my room. Let's be honest, I completely took over this room, but I know I'm gonna have to vacate whenever we have guests, so it's not a big deal. We obviously have the bed here set up. This is our queen bed. I'm probably going to end up throwing a bunch of pillows on this bed because no one's going to really be using it. So I have a lot of spooky pillows. I got to put them somewhere. I'm probably just going to throw them on this bed for now. They're all in the living room right now, so I haven't quite got there yet. But I put my Summerween blankie on the bed because here we are. We have arrived. Also, got the vanity set up. So let me move you over here. So I actually just got all of this set up yesterday. I'm so excited about it because I love my vanity. I love having a designated spot to sit down and do my makeup. It's just amazing. So I pretty much have it exactly set up the way that it was before, so nothing really to say here. Got all my perfumes up here. Stuff's inside of the drawers here. Got my makeup brush holder, etc. But there's a lot more room to work with here because I have my new dresser now that we thrifted together the other day. And I just, you guys, I should have done this a long time ago. I should have done this a long time ago. Any surface space that I can get my claws into is always helpful for me. You know, I'm just going to splatter it with all kinds of things. And here we are. That's exactly what happened. But this is so perfect. I love that it's right next to my vanity. So inside of the drawers, I have my underwear in this one and then socks in this one. But on the top, I have my ring holder. I have my earring holder. I've got this cool jawbone, also like jewelry holder thing that I got from Killstar. It has like a bunch of random stuff in there. Tissues, my nail basket thing, and then this Summerween cutie here, this little bag, is filled with hair scrunchies, and I've got some of my hair clips just hanging out on there too. So the fact that all of this is here together, I can clear up some space on this table here, which I desperately need that space to like put out my makeup and, you know, do the thing and stuff. It just works out so beautifully. Like everything is just right here. So far it's amazing. Again, should have done this like a million years ago. So the guest bedroom here has two separate closets. These don't like join together. It's not one big closet with a thing in the middle. It's two separate ones, which I think is pretty cool. And they're deceivingly big. And I was able to fit all of my clothes and shoes and this tote here with my cold weather clothes and some other random stuff, hats and whatever, inside of both of these closets. And there's a ton of room to spare too. So Tampa J is probably going to end up usurping some of my space in here because he has a lot more shirts than I do. There's like a whole half of the closet here that's like completely unused, so he can put shirts in there. But I'll take you in closer here so you can see how I set it up, at least for the time being. Things may change, but like I have my pants and my jeans. Pants and jeans are here. Shorts are here. And then I have my hats right over here. And then just over here, I've got my backpacks and then yet more socks. I don't know why or how I have 50 million pairs of socks, but I do. And it's just, you know, one of those things. I get to use this guy, again, this really helpful closet organizer guy that I got from IKEA quite a few years ago. It's amazing. It's really sturdy and it's come in clutch like so many times. Someday I will invest in a dresser of my own, or I'll just use some of Tampa J's space in the dresser that he got. If he doesn't use up all that space, I really don't know. But for now, this guy works out just fine for me. So I've got sweatpants in here, pajamas, lounge shirts, things like that. And then what I hung up over here are my cardigans and sweaters and things like that. So these ones are pretty long, so I put them over here. Because you'll see in a second, the other closet, you can't really hang up long stuff. So I have that here, and then on this side, I have my dresses. And again, just other longer items. And then in the other section of the closet, so up top, I have all of my t-shirts, and tank tops are in the front. I've got long sleeves in the back, some of the long sleeves. A lot of them are packed in that tote, but some of them are out here. And I've got harnesses hanging up in the front too. Up top, I've got my witchy hats. So it has another rack here to hang up stuff. So all of the long items are in the other one, as I said. But down here, I decided to put my other jackets, hoodies, zip-ups, things like that. They're all hanging up down here. I've got my purses and other bags just sitting right over here. And then all of my shoes are down at the bottom here, which may or may not stay in that area because you can't really see them. I might put them somewhere else, but for now, that's where they're at. And then in the corner, as you can see, is the hamper that I also just bought, and it's working out beautifully so far. And then there's just some other stuff on the floor. Like we're obviously not done yet. And also for inquiring minds, stuffed animals. Here they all are. I took down the Bucky display and the Snoopy display and stuff, so they're all in this basket here. And then these other baskets, again, just filled with stuffed animals. I've got some random bags and a Summerween blanket that I don't know what to do with. But yeah, that's basically it for this room. It's just about done. I need to put this other side table. I need to clean this, but I need to put it on the other side of the bed so they have their side tables. I need to get my full length mirror and put that up here. And by me, I mean Tampa J. Put that up here. I think that's the final piece of the puzzle. And then I have this whole entire area to get ready, to take my shower, to brush my teeth, to do my makeup, to get dressed, all of that stuff. I can close the door and this whole space is mine. And it's amazing, you guys. Like I can't tell you which space I'm the most excited about, but this sure does make me happy. This sure does make me happy. So I think as far as updates goes, that's pretty much it. I know it kind of maybe doesn't seem like a lot, but we've been just trying our best with the limited amount of time that we've had. I'm really happy that the move is basically officially kind of over, more or less. Like all of our stuff is here. I'm really happy that that's just done and over with. No more box truck. We don't have the Chevrolet truck anymore either. We returned that yesterday. So we were really just using up most of our time to finish moving everything over here, and then furniture shopping and just kind of like trying to survive. So we've been using like every spare minute that we have to unpack, but we've just been more so focusing on moving stuff over here. So now that that is basically done, we can finally focus on unpacking. So that in and of itself is just a huge, gigantic relief. I guess I'll say this too. There isn't really anything to show downstairs. Like not much has changed. But I did unpack my altars. So both of those are down below as well, which I absolutely love. But other than that, nothing really different downstairs either. So we're gonna begin doing some unpacking here. If you can hear the dryer, I apologize. It's a little clunky. It makes a lot of sounds. And there's nothing I can do about it. So I figured what we could do, what could be kind of a fun project to do together, and a good single project to do for me that doesn't really need to involve like other members of the family, because this is all my crap. But I want to go through this box down here. This box here, just for reference, all the stuff all packed away. I want to go through this box because this is all, once again, stuff that was packed away and I didn't use it in the old house. So I haven't seen this stuff in basically a year. And also, what I am contemplating doing is packing away the Christmas mugs. And also like the fancy Joanna Parker mugs that I have. I don't remember what video it was, it doesn't matter, but a long time ago, one of you very smart people out there, and probably multiple people, let's be for real here, said that, girl, why don't you just pack up your Christmas mugs with your Christmas decor? I don't know, because I'm an idiot. Like, what do you want from me? But no, seriously, that's a really good idea. That's a really good idea. I feel like an idiot for not thinking of that myself. So now I'm just like, I kind of want to just pack them away. I don't really want to look at the Christmas mugs all the way up at the top when that's not going to be a reality for many, many months. So I'm thinking about just taking all of those down, packing them up, maybe with some of this bubble wrap here, and just tucking them away, because I know exactly where all of my Christmas decor is, and it would be very easy to do such a thing. So for now, just gonna unpack all of this stuff. I think I'm just gonna lay it out here on the countertop, and then we can kind of decide who's gonna be in, who's gonna be out. Okay, so I have to wonder about my sanity sometimes. I get a little nervous for myself because I'm like, I unwrapped all the mugs. And you guys, what was I thinking? I haven't seen these mugs in almost a year, and they're amazing. I packed away some of my most favorite mugs. The candy corn one, I love this mug. Why did I pack that away? The amazing witch mug from Williams-Sonoma. Why did I pack, why, what was I thinking? I don't know, guys, I don't know. Hollow Queen, I got a couple of cauldron mugs that I packed away. This guy, this is one of my most favorite mugs. This is from World Market a million years ago when they had like a really cool vintage line. I loved it so much. Thankfully, I snagged this mug. So, I don't know. And like, look at this. Witch City, my Salem, Massachusetts mug. I love this mug. So, I don't know, guys. I think part of it, actually, I know part of it is I wanted to be a little bit responsible last year because I knew that we were only going to be in that house for a year. So it's like, why unpack every single one of my mugs? I know I don't need to do this. Let's pack away half of them. Let's be responsible. They all don't have to be out and displayed and this, that, and the other. So I know where my mind was at the time, but at the same time, it's like, but you packed away some of the best mugs you own, girl. So I don't know, guys. But regardless, we found them, and now we can switch out the mugs and decide what do we want to keep out, what do we want to put away. Now I'm like, do I want to put away any of the mugs? Because this was a little traumatizing for me. Not really, but like, I don't know, like it's nice to see all these mugs again. I don't know, we're gonna have to make some decisions. All right, so I think first things first, I'll go ahead and take down the stuff up top. And then honestly, I might just put all the mugs, up because whatever. Maybe just being responsible isn't my strong suit. I mean, I think we already know that. So the Joanna Parker mugs in particular are decorative anyways. I don't really use them to actually drink out of. I use them to decorate, you know, the tops of the, I always want to say countertops, whatever these are, cabinets. So they really don't need to be in here anyways. They're kind of just taking up real estate. Sorry, I know you guys are just staring at that, but I apologize. Not to mention, the Joanna Parker mugs are just, they're really, really big. So they take up a lot of space, period. One of the benefits here of obviously unpacking and moving is when you want to pack stuff up, boxes, bubble wrap, all of that stuff is at the ready. So theoretically, this should be pretty dang simple. So I'm just gonna wrap up my Christmas mugs, put them in this little box, and put it with the rest of the Christmas decor. And shout out to you out there if you're one of the people who suggested me to do this months ago. Y'all were right. You were right. I'm listening. All right, so I packed up the holiday mugs, marked the box. I'm gonna take it downstairs. What I'm gonna go ahead and do, because I really seriously think I am just gonna put all of these mugs out. I don't really see any reason why not. I'm going to run the dishwasher and just go ahead and make sure all of these are clean. We already have a few things in the dishwasher that are dirty, so we might as well just fill it on up and run a load with everything. I'm so excited, you guys. Like, I haven't seen this mug again in like a year, and I'm just looking forward to it. Looking forward to using all of these mugs again. So this is what the mug cabinet is looking like right now. Now, I do have my mug tree here, which I still would like to use and put some decorative mugs on there. You know me and you know the channel, then you know some of my mugs I deem as decorative, and I don't usually drink out of them. They're just for display purposes. So like this guy, this really cool guy from Killstar is one of them. It was hanging on the mug tree, so I'd like to set that up again. So I put the corner spice rack thing over here, and I think it's gonna stay there. And I think what we're gonna do is put, you know, spices on the rack as the name implies. But I need to wait for my stepdad to get here to do this part of the project because let's be honest here, he's the one who does like actual cooking. He's like the only one who does. So he has a selection of spices that he wants to keep out. And then some of them we'll put like away, like in the pantry or in one of the cabinets. So I'm kind of waiting for him to go through the spices, pick out what he wants to display before I start filling all of this stuff up with, you know, useless knickknacks and all of that. And I'm sure some people are probably wondering, like, well, Cris, what about your parents' stuff? Like, where are their mugs? Where are their plates, etc.? They don't have a lot. First of all, they don't have a lot of any of that stuff because they've been living full-time in an RV, and they still plan on using the RV and, you know, traveling the country and stuff like that. So they've been having quite a time over there trying to decide what items need to stay in the RV and what items do they want to bring here to the new house and use here. So they're kind of been going back and forth with stuff like that. They are obviously going to bring a few things over here, but a lot of stuff is going to just stay in the RV. That being said, though, here's a couple of my mom's mugs, like this really pretty one here that I got for her, and she has like a pretty pink Disney mug. Oh, that's cute. Did I get this for her? I might have. I don't remember. So she has like a couple of mugs. I kept them down here at the bottom so she can reach them easily. So yeah, they have a few things, but they don't have a ton of stuff to put in here. Okay, next up here, we're gonna switch gears and we're gonna do at least a couple of things outside. I've been understandably kind of dying to get the bird stuff set up outside. It's a beautiful, perfectly blue sky day out right now, so let's spend some time outside. I'm gonna start with this guy, and this is actually a new bird stand. Tampa J got this for me for Christmas. So it has like these guys up here that you can hang things from, and then most importantly, it has the little bowl, little tray thing. For me, personally, in my experience with birds, the little trays are the most effective way to get birds to your bird feeders. I don't know, I've tried the houses. The houses don't work that great for me personally, but the food trays work great. So we're gonna find a good place for this guy. I don't want it to get in the way of the lawn, so when the lawn gets mowed, it's not in the way. So I'm thinking maybe even in this bed over here. This is directly underneath the front porch, so we should be able to see birds pretty well from here. So Lord help me. Let me try to get in here without killing plants or myself. Oh God. Okay, we're good. We're here. I was kind of waiting for Jay on this too because it's gonna require me trying to get it into the ground, and I don't know if I have the body weight or the strength to do that. We're trying anyway. Oh God, this may have been a mistake. It's going though. I mean, I think it's up for now at least. I think I can also get my stepdad to help me with this. It just needs some good weight pushing down on it to get it really in the ground. But I mean, it's in there, so I think we're good. We just have to magically get out now. Okay. So unfortunately, one of the things about this house that isn't the best is that we don't have a fenced-in backyard. So that's the biggest bummer, I think, out of everything. But we found a workaround around it, more or less. I have a stake that went into the ground here, and then we have this really long lead. So we just clip it onto Bella's collar and she kind of can go relatively far, and we don't have to always have her on a actual leash and stuff. So she can kind of roam at least a little bit freely. Anyways, for the life of me, I can't find my other bird feeder stand thing. So I'm just gonna leave that alone for the time being. But I'm starting to bring out some of my outdoor things. This is kind of on the back patio sort of area, so I don't really know what I'm doing with this stuff yet, to be honest, but I don't know, just figured I'd unpack it and put it out. What are you barking at? Okay, look at that, guys. Spoke too soon. I found the other one. It was just hanging out on the side of the house, so go figure. But I thought I would set this guy up around here. This is the I don't even know what yard to call this. The side yard, the backyard, whatever. Our door to our basement slash little house, apartment, whatever you want to call it, is right behind you, right over there. So we have a nice patio area out here as well. We can sit, leash up Bella, and watch some birds and some bunnies, as it turns out. I kind of want to put it out just in the middle of the lawn. I don't want it to be too close to the patio area where we're sitting, to where we scare off birds. Like, I want to be able to watch them from here, you know? All right, I settled on this spot here. I still think it's maybe a little bit too close to the chairs and stuff, but trial and error, we'll see what happens. Okay, it's been probably a couple of hours since we last checked in with each other. I have been hard at work off camera here, and I've been working on this room, on the living room, and I'm trying to get it at least like somewhat more organized. So as you can see, this whole area is now clear, relatively clear. And I pushed my blow molds off to the side. All of the blow molds and some of the skellies and such, they're all pretty much in this section here. And then I also have Summerween and just other spooky decor. I mean, it's still a little all over the place. But the point is that this stuff got shoved off to the side. So now I have this whole space here to work with. And we can finally, like, in the future, get started on the spooky bookcase. So I'm really, really happy about that. That was a huge project in and of itself. This section in here, which I don't think I showed you in this video, I probably should have so you could see it before and after, but this whole section here was covered in boxes. Tons and tons of boxes. Really, really big boxes too, because my parents they've bought furniture and stuff for this home. So I don't know, that probably took me like an hour. Seemed like more than that, honestly. But it probably just took me like an hour to break down all of those boxes, get them, some of them moved to the garage, some of them we're gonna keep, etc. So that's all done. I'm happy to see the floor once again. So what I'm gonna do is just vacuum up really quick, because there's like styrofoam and just crud all over the floor. And yeah, then we'll be good to go. I think though, before we go, you guys, I'm like a mess. I'm like just covered in box dust and stuff. But anyway, so we'll wrap this video up in a second here. But I was debating, like, for our last project, I was wondering, like, do we work on this or do we work on getting the mugs back up where the mugs go? And because the dishwasher is done, but I think we'll just leave that alone. We talked about mugs enough. Let's work on something a little bit more fun here. So we have this really cool, this is a stack of manuals. This is not really cool. I'm gonna put that off to the side. We have this really cool little cabinet here. This is right by the kitchen area, right next to the living room. And we thought this could be a really cool spot for puzzles and games. So we have a whole box here filled with such things, puzzles and games. So I figured we could just kind of go through this together and empty out this box. Some of these games, I'm very ashamed to say, still in their packaging. It's not from lack of wanting to play. Trust me, I love board games, but it's hard to find the time. We got Catan over here, you guys. Catan is like one of my most favorite games ever. Make sure this can actually shut. Yes, it can. Cool. And then we just have tons and tons of puzzles. My parents also have a lot of puzzles, so we'll have to include these in here. Right now they are in the garage, kind of just thrown about willy-nilly. So once we come across them, I'll add them here. But for now, you guys, we got a lot of puzzles. We really don't need to be investing in any more puzzles. However, whenever Halloween shopping season really comes about, I'm definitely going to be keeping my eyes out for some spooky puzzles, because that'll be a lot of fun. Just trying to kind of organize these. So I think I'll put the 1,000 pieces over here. This one's $7.50. These two are $500. And we got some puzzle glue, just kind of put that in the back. And a multicolored light bulb, which I will figure out something to do with later. Okay, there we go, guys. Puzzle slash game drawer, filling up one puzzle at a time. I'm gonna put the manuals back in here because once again, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do with them, so yay. Another box down. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the video here. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today, keeping me company. We got a lot of stuff done today, a lot of stuff done. Really happy that we got the bird feeders out. That's been kind of weighing on my mind, sort of, since we moved here. And also lined up the skeletons here in the sunroom. They're not gonna stay here. I just wanted to kind of get them out of the way. In fact, probably a few of them, if not all of them, are probably just gonna go downstairs so they're out of the way, but we'll see. Anyways, we got the bird feeders set up. We got the living room slightly more organized, so whenever I am like mentally prepared to take on this big, huge project, we can just jump right on into it. So I'm really excited about that. The mugs are coming together. The dishwasher is done. So later today, I'll probably just put all those mugs in the cabinet. So the kitchen is getting there. The living room is getting there. We're all slowly getting there. I'm so happy that Box Mountain is done too. Trust me, you didn't need me to film any of that because it was pretty boring. Even I was bored and I was the one doing it. So this has pretty much been a snippet of what days have more or less been like over here. Again, we've been really busy with the box truck and then the Chevy truck and furniture truck, like just all of this stuff. Like we've been out and about on the town a lot lately, but whenever we are here, whenever I am here, this is just what it looks like. It's just me taking on random projects, unpacking boxes, just figuring out like where things are gonna go, etc. So that's really that's what it's been like over here. But all that being said, we have a lot more adventures coming up here, as I always say. So Summerween, Halloween shopping. Why do we move during this time of the year? I don't know. It's really stupid and it's starting to annoy me. We got shopping to do. I mean, honestly, like, let's be realistic. We're not missing much out there. There's not much going on right now. It's still a little bit too early. And I still think that we got to make it through Mother's Day before we see more summer stuff. But that being said, I still want to get out and about, check on the stores. We haven't been to At Home in 50 million years. Like, I want to see where these stores are at with things. So we're gonna be checking in on them. We got Halloween shopping coming up. I'm sure we'll see more online drops coming up in the next few weeks here too. So we have all of that stuff. We still have decorating to do here too. And yeah, just who knows what else, you guys. Just really happy once again that the move part of it all is basically done. So anyways, we're rambling at this point. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate it. I hope you guys are doing well out there. We have a lot more adventures coming up here. As I always say, thanks again for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy. I'll see you guys in the next one.